Alright guys, welcome to another episode of WoW Protocol. I'm Ryan, this is Alan, and then as a guest we got Richard down below. At least his dog showed up.
What's up?
The infamous dog that he constantly has to take out all the time. So how's it going?
She's parts of the raid. She's part of the raid, so.
Does she have a bed
I
right
swear
next to your
the dog has
desk?
no bladder.
Not at all.
Like, one sip of water. I gotta pee again.
Yeah, she couldn't drink that big cup that you're drinking there, Cube.
Yeah, that would be like 10
Step up the
trips right
game.
there. So what's new? How are you guys doing?
Great.
Yeah,
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be
definitely.
on. Excited.
good.
You know, heard a lot about this show. Hear it's great. So I got to take part in it.
That's the way to
I
do
don't know.
things. So
I'm still raving about that elemental love guy. Just absolutely love you. Hey, if you're watching, asshole, until we find you.
It's like good luck in a month, 2 months when your gear is still the same. Good luck.
Oh, by the way, you're going on alt runs, buddy, and
Yeah.
DKP sucks ass.
Good luck getting no pieces of gear for like 3 months.
so Cube,
So 94.
So I heard about the hot fix that they did last night, I believe.
Awesome.
Can you tell us? I think you're the most informed about that. Can you let us know what's going on there?
Want me to take this one? You got a Cube.
Yeah. It's all you, Arana.
All right. I'm excited about this one. Blizz realized in their infinite wisdom that the only way you could get Valor points up to this point was either running ZAGG, which is really exciting and fun, or Fireland raids, which, yeah, like I said, most guilds haven't downed, maybe one boss, so there's no way to get the Valor gear, which the point of the Valor gear was to allow you to get gear before you could go into the raids, so that you could actually get into the raids.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to change the old bot BWD and Throne of the Four Winds. They added Valor points back. Thank you, Blizz. They finally listened to the people, and they made the change.
No, if I remember right, it was 70, so they did give us some. It's down to 35 now, so some is
That's
better than
correct.
none.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
One less-
35 on 10 and 45 on 25.
Yeah, any less I have to run ZAZG during the week, I'm all for it, because that's sometimes as long as a raid. Freaking hey, it's like
I agree.
it's ridiculous.
Especially depending on the group. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, oh,
you got the low levels coming in with some green still on, and they think that they can just cruise through that stuff, and then you're just dying.
Blizzard, could you just nerf them all to where they're 10 minutes? I love it. I mean, what happened to Wrath Lynchkin? I swear they were only like 15 minutes tops. He just like ran through the whole thing like, done. Oh, that was easy. Love it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I'm going to be here forever.
it's epic. You got to plan for it. You got to all right, I got to clear my schedule.
And then the new raids, you're like, I'm going to wipe for weeks, days, and hours, and I'm not going to down shit. I love it. just going to wipe.
But the good news is we're getting the Valor points, so we should be able to
We'll
get some
get there.
gear that'll help us progress and help everybody progress into Firelands, which I think is the whole point. So, Blizz, listen to the people. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate
Yeah, they really
it.
helped us out there. I agree.
They threw us a bone, finally.
Finally. Took him a while. So we had a question from episode 5's comment. I'm going to paraphrase it, but he basically asked, due to new MMOs due to come out in the next few years, how loyal do you think Blizzard's clientele is? And can you expect to see numbers drop like we saw with Rift coming out? And if that happens, how will it affect the game? I mean, will we be soloing stuff more often, or will it impact the game at all? What do you guys think there?
I'll let Arana go first.
Oh, I was going to let you go, Cube, because you cheat on us with Rift. So you have the experience from both sides.
I am a player. I like it. But anyways, let's just keep going. All right, Rift. They had a cool game, and they already, you can tell, like, the servers are dying because every server, like the server I was on, got labeled a trial account, and then we had to go to other servers to up the population. That's number one. The only thing cool they had was, again, the tool set, because they were always releasing new content every month. But as far as SWTOR goes, my friend was in the beta. I hope this doesn't get us banned. I apologize in advance. But anyways, great game, but I don't want to fucking play. It took us literally 5 hours to go 3 levels. I'm sorry. I'm not here to play 200 hours of gameplay and listen to cutscenes while I'm killing fucking rabbits. Oh, really? The rabbits were mean? I don't care. Can I just fucking go kill them? What does that have to do with lore? Well, the rabbits, they stole, like, some bunnies, and then they were scratching this guy's face. I'm like, so, just give me my lightsaber. Let's have fun.
They were Sith bunnies, though. They were
Oh, that's what it
Well,
was.
I wish I would have got some numbers in advance, and I think Rift had the biggest impact on Blizzard out of all the other games coming out. And I wish I would have grabbed
agree.
some numbers. But still, I think everybody's bouncing back. There's nothing wrong. I think everybody just wanted to check out what's new. And also, you got to think about companies' popularity, depending on, like you said, I mean, Star Wars, they definitely have clientele already, so people will want to check it out. But I don't know if they'll stay or what.
Well, in my opinion, Rift was the only like big MMO to actually compete with WoW. And what did WoW take a 500,000 hit? As soon as they released Fireland dailies, boom! I'm sure they're already back up to 12 million.
Mm-hmm.
Rift is a dying thing. It's, in my opinion, over.
Mm-hmm.
They're just skittering it out. And SWTOR, I know BioWare is doing great, and they'll attract obviously the Mass Effect fans, but as far as MMO players, nobody wants to be bothered with 200 hours of leveling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, I finally made it to max level, and the new expansion's out. I didn't down shit. Fucking sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see SWTOR. I could see them taking a crowd from Mass Effect, but that's it, not from the MMO crowd. Like, I mean, I might play it for fun, but there's no way it's gonna drag me all the way in. I just can't do.
Well, I agree.
do
I don't foresee anything happening that will seriously affect Blizzard right now. Currently, I don't see that. But just to better answer the question, if that ever happened, I mean, the way Blizzard's designed right now, they already dropped it down from 40 mans to 25 and 10 mans. So if it came down to less numbers, it would be what you probably end up seeing is less guilds. I don't think you'd ever run out of being able to do things. You wouldn't have to solo. I think you would just purely see less guilds and less groups going. But it'd still take place.
Remember, WoW has an ace in the hole. It's called Titan. I'm sure it's already done. just thought I'd throw that out there.
Conspiracy theorist. Blizzard conspiracy theorist here.
Oh, also, remember, they've been holding Abyssal Mall, and they have, I'm sure, I guarantee you Deathwing's already done, and they probably have another raid. They're just waiting, like, come on, release Sports. Oh, do it, please. Boom, 3 gig patch. Like, holy shit, look at the content. I'm so in. You know what's going to happen.
Oh.
Here's what it comes down to is that, right now, until every game says it's compared to WoW. We're like WoW because of this. We're like WoW because of that. And as long as that's happening, as long as you're comparing a game to WoW,
they'll never beat it.
You're going to play WoW because you're comparing it to WoW. You got to be. WoW came out, and it was an MMO
Of its own class.
Right. I mean, everybody. It took from different things, but it wasn't like, oh, this is like this. It's like this is its own unique. It took the MMO and made it better.
Mm-hmm.
It changed it. So until somebody else can do that, and it doesn't sound like Star Wars is going to do that. So until that happens, there are going to be fluctuations, but they're not going to lose.
Well, what's really messing them up is they're coming out with these new games, and yes, they're coming out with certain features that are better than WoW. And I'll fully admit that. I love some of the features in different games, but they only come out with those few, and then WoW grabs them, and then what do they got then? Nothing, because WoW's got everything else that they don't have.
Exactly.
Here's another interesting thing. What do you think about the free-to-play standpoint coming into America? I don't think it'll ever happen because, personally, I hate big microtransaction. I like paying $15 to have access to it. I'm like, oh, wait, you mean I have to pay $10 to keep leveling? That's kind of awkward. Oh, another $5 to get my mount? I don't care what anyone says. It's not going to happen in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're trying. You could take a look at Lotro. They tried. And granted, their numbers and money went up because they had a high population, but they're dropping like a rock because of it. America hates to be microtransaction and bothered with something else. It's bad enough we have to go to vendors for food to level.
Mm-hmm.
That alone, pay actual real money to keep leveling and get all this, and it's just monotony.
I would hate to eat my words here. Like, I don't want them to hear me do this. I think they would have a better chance of increasing the cost, the monthly fee to pay, than do microtransaction, because as soon as you start adding multiple fees like that, that's where it just goes down the chute. It's like, I do not want to pay. It'd be just like buying gold. Like, you have to buy gold. You have to buy your mountain.
Yep.
That's just not going to happen. That's why I didn't play a lot of those free-to-play games online. I mean, RuneScape years ago was one reason. I mean, I played it for a little while, and that was it. I mean, because I started doing that.
Let's hear what Arana thinks.
No, I mean, I definitely. I mean, free to play is unique, but I mean, it's only if you really want to play for free is when it becomes valuable, right? I mean, if you actually want to play a game and get value out of it, paying money is not the way to go, because it's like a casino, right? You know, paying a monthly fee, you pay it, it's out of mind, out of sight. But if you gotta like say, I want to buy a gallon of milk, I gotta pay. I want to freaking go out this door, I gotta pay. That gets old fast, very fast. And then if you can buy weapons and things, I don't know if they can or not, but then that just totally imbalances the game, and that blows. That is ridiculous.
Look at APP Reloaded. They have a microtransaction. You spend like $60, but you get the best gun in the game. You drop 60, you're instantly OP. It's like you didn't have to work for it. You just dropped money. I mean,
right? There's no satisfaction in that.
Exactly. It just means, oh, I'm rich.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's about as bad as what happened with games that my biggest complaint with all 360 and PS3 games. I don't care about trophy and I don't care about game score points. Reward me with something. That's what I miss about N64. There was cheats, there were unlockables. Now it's just like, oh, got 5 points. Like, fuck yeah. I just jumped off a cliff. What the hell do I care? Did I unlock anything? Hell no. That's what I like about WoW. At least you get titles, mounts. It's something rewarding. I just can't stand it. The achievement system on the consoles right now, that just really irritates me. It's like, oh, I worked 72 hours and I got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, there's been rumor going around that they're supposed to start like a 5-man rating thing, and I think ZAZG was kind of a test for it, and I'm sure they got horrible feedback. Like, I can see it being more of a rating thing if they actually had the same gear as a raid, but you only had to bring in 5 man. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, if they took ZG and ZA and upped the difficulty a little more, and then gave us the same item level, now that I would do. That what I would do without any complaining at all. Then it would be difficulty appropriate. But for requiring us to run that for loot that we don't need, just for our valor points, is way too much to ask, if you ask me.
Yeah, they dropped the ball on the number of dungeons there. They need to either have more dungeons or, I mean, a couple more. Cause just those two, it's just, I mean, you can do the old dungeon still, but it's only 70. It's not even worth it. I mean, it's just not worth it, you know.
I agree. They should do it like Wrath. What was it? We got like 5 new dungeons towards the end. It was awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, granted, we had to do a quest chain, but who doesn't mind questing? And I love... Well, I'm going to bring it up just to piss people off. Firelands. I love it. I love the quest island. Do more of that, please.
You said last time we're not talking about Firelands, so shut up.
I had to bring it up.
We're done with Firelands. We talked about it. We talked
about it. Druids. He's bringing it up.
Dude, they love me now. Except for no gear, but they love me.
They want you to use that gear. They want you to use non-spirit gear.
Exactly. Just go a little faster.
Alright guys, we're running out of time here, so we're going to have to call it a wrap. Please comment below with any questions you got, and we'll definitely talk about them. Thanks for watching.
Twitter and Facebook's coming soon, so you can follow us, as well as what else are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna start doing some solo shows with reviews. I'm gonna do one this week about indie games. We're gonna call it Cube Essence. A little fun with that.
Sweet.
And then we'll see what's up, and then yeah, well, take it to Arana now.
Hey, well, thanks guys. Thanks for having me. You know, it's a great show. Say hi to the guildies out there. F you to all the losers out there. And,